Jatin Gedia too on the show with us to talk about what the charts are reading. Jatin, hi, afternoon. Good to have you on the show. What's the sense that you're getting about the Nifty? Could it worsen from here when we come into trade on Monday? Or do you think we're just lightening up positions ahead of the weekend?
Good afternoon, everyone. We believe that 23,870, 23,800 was a very crucial support, and we believe that the Nifty has entered into a consolidation phase after the stellar run up during the second half of April. So, I believe that the consolidation is likely to happen between 23,800 on the downside and on the upside 24,200, 24,250 is likely to act as a resistance. So we believe that over the next couple of weeks, there could be a range bound price action between this range. So overall, stock specific action can happen and sector rotation is likely to happen during this phase. Overall, we are expecting a range bound price action in the case of Nifty.
We also have Arpit Veriwal joining us right now on the show. Good afternoon, Arpit. And Arpit, you have the IT index this week is going to post the best week in about 11 months or so. What cues should people take from this? Do you think that now the charts will indicate that there will be a breakout anytime soon in the IT index and can look at it, or just wait and watch?
Very good afternoon to all. If you look at the overall Nifty IT index, so good bounce back move we have seen from last lower levels. So mainly this was the index that was underperformed for last many weeks. And if you see it's from the setup wise, it has retested from its major support zone from 31,000, 32,000 levels over 35,000 levels. Now looking at the overall chart specific wise, we're expecting that selective IT stocks likely to outperform. And as the result earning season is on, so definitely there will be good action. If we talk about the overall IT index, so selective pockets such as persistent or HCL Tech definitely looks good on chart. So more of stock specific action would be seen with the Nifty IT index as the major pen has already been discounted. And going forward, definitely the stocks that to watch out for would be HCL Tech and persistent for next couple of weeks time.
Right. Okay. That's the take coming in on which way the market is headed. Today, of course, it's been a lot about specific movers when it comes to earnings. And I want to just pull up what Tech Mahindra's performance is like. Yes, IT has been resilient. And, even after Infosys's numbers, you did have Infosys actually jump up. And since then, through the last week, we've seen IT lead the rebound for the markets. Tech Mahindra too is holding up about almost 1.5% as we speak right now. And similar is the case with some of the other IT majors as well. And they are reacting to their numbers. Look at Assign, for instance, that's getting clobbered, down about 6%. But that's not the case with the Persistent. That came out with a good set of numbers. Numbers still holding up 2.25%. The stock, that is. Coforge also higher by 2%. And Emphasis as well is going strong by about 2.6% as we speak right now. That said, let's take stock of what else is on the focus when it comes to the markets. And Narendra, all eyes are going to be on Reliance Industries, wondering what you're penciling in terms of what the numbers would bring in. We are anticipating that it's actually going to be Jio, which is going to be the best performing vertical. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely the telecom business would be one of the key performers. Along with, I think retail should also perform good, at least in line. I think the challenge for the Reliance comes from its O2C business, wherein we might see some kind of a sustained pressure and the margin pressure as well. So I think OTC would remain a bit challenging, while in terms of telecom would be performing very well, would be the top performer of the overall pack, and then followed by the retail.
So that's the take coming in on Reliance Industries. On that note, thank you so much, Narendra, for joining us on the show. But talking about Reliance Industries, let's get Varun on board to exactly tell us what the street is penciling in when Reliance Industries comes out with its numbers post-market as today. Varun, over to you.
Well, we are expecting a soft quarter for Reliance Industries, wherein the overall revenues are expected to grow by 0.5% and the profit is expected to decline by around 0.4% and come at around 18,471 crores. We are expecting a decline of 1% in the EBITDA, and the EBITDA margins are going to decline by around 25 basis points from 18.25%. They will come down to around 18%. Now, the overall weakness will be in the oil to chemical and oil and gas business. the EBITDA actually would decline, but it would be offset by the digital and also the retail business. Now, the benchmark Singapore GRMs are down around by 58% on a year-on-year basis because of weak global product cracks, and this is going to impact the oil and gas business. Now, for the oil to chemical business, we are expecting a flat EBITDA on a quarter-on-quarter basis. On a year-on-year basis, the EBITDA will decline by 12 to 14% on weak product cracks and also petchem spreads. Although there was an increase in deep water gas prices by around 2% on a YOY basis, but the production in KG D6 block is expected to decline, and that would hurt the overall oil and gas business. Now, when we come to Jio, the overall EBITDA is likely to grow by around 2% on a quarter-on-quarter basis and 16% on a YOY basis, and this would lead to an increase. This is because overall increase in ARPUs, which is expected to increase by around 1% and come at around 205 rupees. Now, if you remember, Jio has taken price hike, and that is impacting the overall ARPUs and also the EBITDA for Jio. When it comes to retail segment, on a year-on-year basis, we are expecting a 10% increase in overall EBITDA, and it is expected to come around 6,412 crores. But on a quarter-on-quarter basis, you will see a decline in overall EBITDA for retail business. This is because of high base in the previous quarter, which also had the festive season impact. So, in a nutshell, if you look, overall results for Reliance Industries is expected to be muted because of the oil and gas business, the oil to chemical business. Jio would be good, retail on a year-on-year basis would be good, but on a quarter-on-quarter basis, it would be subdued.
All right, thank you so much for that, Varun, for telling us what to expect from Reliance Industries when they report their numbers post-market hours. Monday is when you'll see the reaction to the numbers for Reliance Industries.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.